Number?
2.01.
Almost. And how old are you?
Yeah.
Right.
What's your name?
Well, Dahmer.
When you were a teenager, you had dreams of committing murder yourself.
Almost always after I was either physically or in some other way harassed by bullies, I would wake up, say, the next morning, and I would have this feeling that I had hurt someone, that I had maybe hurt them badly, that I had killed them. I felt like I was in control and I had some power. I was noticed.
You seem to believe that you may have passed on some kind of genetic propensity for obsession or destructive behavior.
It's something to be considered. I mean, I want to consider everything.
Just sort of lived in my own thought life, fantasy world, having complete control and dominance. It was too powerful and persistent.
Do you dislike it?
Yes, it's caused a lot of problems. To control them, to, I don't know how to put it, possess them permanently. And as my obsession grew, I was saving body parts.
I had a habit of recording him as a child.
Iowa State University. Name's Iowa.
What's our number?
I told you, 2031.
Uncle, the famous monster.
Whoa, I don't know about that. I think you're just a big old monster.
Yeah. Big old monster. Get me down. Get me down.
What is your name?
Jesse Dahmer.
And where do you live?
Dahmer Court.
Number?
Number?
Oh, what number?
Number 3.
Ah.
Number 2.
Did you know before you read this book that your dad had his own obsessions and fantasies, that he had thought about, that he had dreamed of committing murder, that he had had an obsession with fire and with explosives?
No, I don't think that's the type of thing one asks one's dad.
Were you surprised to read that about your dad?
Very surprised. Yeah. I didn't know what to think about it. I suppose everyone has their secret thoughts, and so it was somewhat of a shock.
Jeff, tell me about, have you really thought of suicide again? Or are you...
No, I
Okay,
haven't.
good. Don't just put that out of your mind, because that won't that'll make a bigger problem for you in the afterlife.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to imagine that afterlife, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
But this is our only shot at it.
Yeah.
And you will do something. I mean, he has something in mind for you. You don't know what yet.
I keep hearing that from people writing letters and everything. But I wonder if it's just wishful thinking or what,
If you had had any experience, a heterosexual experience at that time of life, I wonder what you would have. I don't know. I don't desire it now, and I didn't desire it then.
Long afloat on shipless oceans, I did all my best to smile till your singing eyes and fingers drew me loving.
Did she vent her anger on you, Jeff?
Well, you know how she could get when she
Yes,
gets really,
I'm just-
really angry.
You bet. And
Teeth-gritting angry.
I think I know the answer, but I just wanted to ask you. Now, if you know exactly what I'm talking about then, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
When something didn't go her way, she transferred her anger
Yeah.
to me. Now, multiply that incident by 1,000-fold, and that's what I went through.
Yeah, I know. I was living it, too. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Did I dream you dreamed about me? Were you here when I was fox? But now my foolish...
I never thought that you killed animals. No, I didn't. I had my bow and arrow pointing at a red feather that I lured back. But when it looked at me with those limpid brown eyes, yeah, such big trusting eyes, I just couldn't do it, no way.
What did you enjoy doing most with me? Tennis, fishing in the pond. Let's see. What did you enjoy least doing with me? Homework. Yeah. You know that. I just want to see things cool down and,
I know.
just heard this was a big bang in the head for me, too.
Well, I understand that. I was really down, and I'll be honest with you. This is not an easy time for me, but I'm not going to cry. I just want you to know that, though, Jeff. Okay.
What was the very first fantasy, I was wondering, that you can remember having, which you thought to yourself was kind of odd or disturbing? The first one I can remember is having an interest in those dead dogs on the side of the road, cutting them open and finding out what's inside of them.
So that
Was the first that you can remember that you had a fantasy about looking at the inside of animal remains? Right, and then graduated to what it's graduated to. I am making a parallel with my early childhood. Oh, really? Yeah, I think you'll find it very interesting when I get done with it. Yeah, I hope so. There are some very interesting parallels. All these thoughts are pretty weird. I imagine it would take some digesting. Well, no, I had weird thoughts too in my childhood. You're just like me, Jeff. The fantasies later on in life, did they develop? Yeah, over the years they got stronger.
Was the jogger, was he tall or short?
He was, I'd say maybe 5'10", slender build.
Mm-hmm. And did he have hair? Lots of hair?
Yeah.
Do you remember ever me participating with bones when you were interested in bones?
No.
And were we eating chicken one time and you asked what would happen if we bleached the bones?
No.
Okay. So I never participated, so to speak, in, you know, putting bleach in a pail.
No.
And working with bones.
No.
Did I ever describe anything to you?
Not that I can recall.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, because that could be just scientific curiosity, you know?
No, nothing that I remember. I pretty much was doing things in my own little world.
Kept it all to yourself.
Amazingly, all the times that I should have been caught, I never was. Yeah, that's something. Many times I could have been caught.
And after that molestation case in '88?
With some sex, centimethone.
Just like an angel, your voice makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world.
Contact visit I had with you, remember, at the jail?
Yeah.
What were you, can you remember anything particular you were thinking about?
No, that whole week I was just so numb.
Very numb, huh?
Yeah, numbness was a major emotion, I think.
How would you have spent the rest of the night if the police hadn't come?
Filling the top of that, blue container with acid.
Mm-hmm.
16 gallons of acid.
Mm-hmm. Tracy probably would have been gone, huh?
Did that room have a TV set in it?
Yes.
Was there anything going on the TV?
Yeah, the Exorcist movies was playing at that time. And he told me at that point if I wouldn't do what he said, he would kill me. Yeah.
Now, tell us about his demeanor at the time that you look at him and you say, what's going on? You don't have to do this. What happens to Mr. Dahmer? What's he like?
It's like not the same person that we met at Grand Avenue Mall.
How does he different?
His face structure seemed different. His body structure is like it wasn't him anymore, It's like it was a totally different guy there.
So he told you if you didn't do what he told you to do, he'd hurt you.
He'd hurt me.
What'd you do? What happened? Tell us what happened step by step as best you can remember.
And then all of a sudden he kind of calms down, And then he said he has a key in the bedroom, so we proceed to the bedroom.
The key to the handcuffs?
Right.
So you believed he was going to take them off?
Yeah. At that point, I had to go along with this guy, And then if I had to find out, so I walked back there with him. He kind of guides me back there,
Guides you back with the cuff and the knife?
Yeah, right.
And you go into the bedroom?
Right.
What do you see in the bedroom?
A big, about 50, 60 gallon drum barrel, whatever.
Did you ever see a 50, 60 drum barrel in anybody's bedroom before?
He kind of laid across me, put his head across my chest at that point.
What was he doing with his head?
Pardon me?
What did it appear to you he was doing with his head? What was he trying to do?
Like he was listening to my heart, because at a point he told me he was going to eat my heart at that point.
said he was going to eat your heart?
Yes, that's correct.
Did he still have the knife?
Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want, you're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Writing out and how I feel about each one, because I don't have memory good enough to follow through with each one that he followed through on.
How about this question? What do the days? You remember the book of Genesis?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. When it talks about the days of creation, what do you understand that the days mean?
Well, the time that new things were created or came to be.
What does the word day mean?
I don't think it means just a day. I think it means about passing of time. That particular age.
You mean you don't? How long of a time does the word day mean in Genesis, where he talks about day 1, day 2, day 3?
I don't know that.
Mr. Dahmer, you have a statutory right to have your preliminary examination within 10 days of today's date. Your lawyer informs me that you wish to waive or give up that 10-day limit and have the hearing scheduled on August 22nd. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any threats against you to get you to waive the 10-day limit?
No, they didn't, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything to get you to waive the limit?
No, they didn't.
Have you had enough time to talk to your lawyers about that?
Yes.
I'll accept the waiver, Mr. Boyle. You wish to be heard on the issue of bail, Mr. Boyle?
No argument on the issue of bail.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
That would certainly seem to support the premise that Jeffrey Dahmer intends to absolutely cooperate. They don't object to the charges, they don't object to the time frame, they don't object to the bail. So he is...
And indeed waived his right to a preliminary hearing.
You know, that 4-H project was a lot of fun. We both did that.
Oh, we used to have fun with the chickens, the lambs, and then we used to go on those long hikes with the hiking sticks. Yeah, that's right. And all the moths that used to come towards the window, and we used to catch those. We had quite a collection there. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Your personality, which is, you know, loving, kind, you know, the side of you which is the greatest side of you. I mean, you know, you love us. Right. You love Grandma. you show respect to people, you talk civilly and nicely and respectfully. You don't show any. I really feel like I've gotten an awful lot closer to you in these later times.
Yeah.
And I think we're, on the same wavelength now. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think so.
Good morning, Honor. My name is Donald Bradoff. For the Bradoff family, as much as love in our family close, my mother gave 5 beautiful kids. We lost. He destroyed the baby of the family. And I hope you go to hell.
Hello, my name is Marilyn Sears. I'm the mother of Anthony Lee Sears. And I just wanted to know, just why, why would it be my son, I just want to thank E. Michael McCann for the good job he did. Well, you did a good job too, but I'm glad McCann won it. And I want to thank the jury, and I want to thank you, Judge. And just keep this man off the street, please.
I don't even need a microphone. My name is Rita Isbell.
No, ma'am. You'll address the court from...
My name is Rita Isbell, and I'm the oldest sister of Errol Lindsay. Whatever your name is, Satan. I'm mad. This is how you act when you are out of control. I don't want to ever see my mother have to go through this again. Never, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, I hate you, mother. I hate you. Something's out of control. Don't, Jeffrey, I kill you. God damn it. Look at me, motherfucker. I can kill you.
Court's in recess.
I can kill you. You don't have to do it.
Take it easy, it's okay.
Stand right here.
Your Honor, it is over now. This has never been a case of trying to get free. I didn't ever want freedom. Frankly, I wanted death for myself. This was a case to tell the world that I did what I did not for reasons of hate. I hated no one. I knew I was sick or evil or both. Now I believe I was sick. The doctors have told me about my sickness, and now I have some peace. I know how much harm I have caused. I tried to do the best I could after the arrest to make amends, but no matter what I did, I could not undo the terrible harm I have caused. My attempt to help identify the remains was the best that I could do, and that was hardly anything. I feel so bad for what I did to those poor families, and I understand their rightful hate. I know I will be in prison for the rest of my life. I know that I will have to turn to God to help me get through each day. I should have stayed with God. I tried and failed and created a holocaust. Thank God there will be no more harm that I can do. I believe that only the Lord Jesus Christ can save me from my sins. I have instructed Mr. Boyle to end this matter. I do not want to contest the civil case. I've told Mr. Boyle to try and finalize them if he can. If there is ever any money, I want it to go to the victims' families. I've talked to Mr. Boyle about other things that might help ease my conscience in some way of coming up with ideas on how to make some amends to these families, and I will work with him on that. I want to return to Ohio and quickly end that matter so that I can put all of this behind me and then come right back here to do my sentence. I decided to go through this trial for a number of reasons. One of the reasons was to let the world know that these were not hate crimes. I wanted the world in Milwaukee, which I deeply hurt, to know the truth of what I did. I didn't want unanswered questions. All the questions have now been answered. I wanted to find out just what it was that caused me to be so bad and evil. But most of all, Mr. Boyle and I decided that maybe there was a way for us to tell the world that if there are people out there with these disorders, maybe they can get some help before they end up being hurt or hurting someone. I think the trial did that. I take all the blame for what I did. I hurt many people. The judge in my earlier case tried to help me, and I refused his help, and he got hurt by what I did. I hurt those policemen in the Conorak matter, and I shall ever regret causing them to lose their jobs, and I hope and pray that they can get their jobs back because I know they did their best, and I just plain fooled them. For that, I am so sorry.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Please. Down. Down from where?